afternoon to everyone present here. I, Dr. Mehak Zaidi, Assistant Professor at AFT University of Media and Arts. I welcome all the dignitaries and guests present here at Association of Hospitality Professionals, Welfare India's North India chapter. Before proceed further, I would like to invite the guests for the auspicious lamp lighting ceremony to officially inaugurate the session.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We know that tourism is not a new concept. It's as old as the human civilization. Tourism has the potential to restore, protect, and promote local heritage and communities, but can be weakened if when improperly developed. After pandemic, we are seeing the huge demand of unique experiences, premium and leisure travels, while facing significant structural challenges and to understand the opportunities, we all are here today. My first question to Mr. Sanjay Kaushik. Sir, you have traveled across the globe and you have been part of the hotel division's development and everything. So how do you see the new investment and development in current scenario post the pandemic?
A lot of individuals are also running the hotel, but there are changing market dynamics. A lot of funds are coming into the play, and those hotels which were actually not run properly because of pandemic, they went into financial stress. I feel this new ways of working where the funding companies, business families which have cluster funding systems, these people are started helping the industry to grow faster pace, and there is a lot of opportunities coming up in future also where the hotels which were gone into bad phase of their financial structuring are now coming out, and with the new ways of working where the funding companies and business families are joint hand together to acquire more hotels, this is going to help us in a future run.
So namaskar everyone, and a warm welcome to Pride Plaza, New Delhi, AeroCity, the only Indian five-star hospitality Indian brand in AeroCity with 385 rooms. Coming back to your question, Pride Hotels was formed in 1987 by Mr. S.P. Jain, and since then there is no looking back. We currently own and operate almost 77 hotels in the country. Out of that, 40 are operating and rest of them are at various stages of development. The company is exponentially growing and is one of the fastest growing Indian hospitality brand. I would like to tell you one fact that we are probably the largest hotel company in Gujarat. Currently we operate 4 hotels there and 12 more are under construction at various stages. So we'll totally have more than 24 hotels alone in Gujarat. I look after the region from Kashmir to Rajasthan, and I have 30 hotels in my region, and out of them 11 are operating. Currently we have Udaipur, Jodhpur, Jaipur, Alwar, Delhi, Haridwar, Rishikesh, Rudraprayag, Dehradun, Mussoorie and Haldwani which are operating. We recently, last week, opened a hotel in Greater Noida in Knowledge Park 3. I think there was a gap of the room supply there. It's a very beautiful hotel. If you go on that side, please have a look. Also, I'm just coming from Indore today afternoon, and we have signed a LOI in Ujjain as well. So in North India, there are there are several hotels which are under construction. We have hotels under construction in Dehradun, in Amritsar, Ghaziabad. There are 2 hotels in Sahibabad which are under construction. One more in Gurgaon. So Delhi NCR, we are booming. As far as the other hotels which are under construction, there are 4 hotels in Corbett National Park which are under construction in different direction. One in Marchula, one in Patkod, one in Pawalgarh, one is on outside Kashipur. So there are 4 hotels coming up there. Nainital, Haldwani, we already operate a hotel, one more coming up in Haldwani. Then in Ayodhya, I was there 3 days back in Ayodhya. We have 2 hotels under construction there, one more on verge of getting signed. Lucknow, 2 hotels are under construction. Kanpur, we have 1 hotel opening this year. Gorakhpur, we have 2 hotels under construction. So I look after the new openings and new hotel openings, signing of new hotels, technical expertise, all those things. As far as the pan-India growth is concerned, we are very, very strong. As I said, in Gujarat, we are now, getting stronger in South India as well. So the growth trajectory is good. Also, Pride is coming up with the IPO now. The market, has been very volatile for a while. And we did not move forward with that. It is approved by SEBI. It is a matter of time that will be a listed company, sir. So very soon we'll be a listed company.
According to me, this is, I think, the next most important aspect of our industry globally. Globally, World Travel and Tourism Council says approximately 49 million people work in this sector all over the world. Even in India, our estimates today are that 5.5 crore, that means 55 million people, work in this industry at this point of time in India. Post-pandemic, the industry is growing at a very, very rapid rate. My understanding is that we today have a shortage of 20 to 25% of in the area of people in unemployment, situation. We have a shortage in this industry in our country. In an era where a large number of industries around the country are fearing the advent of AI or various nature of other technology imperatives and things like those, and feel that people will be losing their jobs and stuff like that, the hotel industry at this point of time, as I just said to you a second ago, is facing a shortage of people. I think we are at a turning point, really speaking, where in this case, for us as an industry, this is the only thing that we should be talking about. In a country where employment opportunities is very, very important for the entire population, here is the industry that can show the way. This industry at this point of time also contributes more than 8% to the country's GDP. It contributes, as I said, so many people who are part of this industry. And it is also estimated that in the next 10 years, these figures will double. If today we have 5.5 crores of people who are working with us in the industry, in the next 10 years, this figure is going to double. Okay. So this is the requirement of people in this industry. And I think from an employment point of view, we, our colleges, the hotel management institutes that we have, of course, personally for me, I feel that, we should not call every college a hotel management college. Sari dunia ke andar har aadmi manager nahi ban sakta. We need people who work in the teams as well. But the point I'm making is, in terms of employment opportunity, unimaginable. It's very, very strong. It's very, very strong. On a low entry barrier, by and large, you don't need to be a super MBA or something to join a hotel at different points of, entry points and things like those. This reality, this economic miracle that this industry can help our country achieve is something that should not be ignored. And this is something that I think people who are in decision-making places are recognizing today, but it is for us in this industry to make a bigger noise about it and make sure that they see and focus on the economic turnaround that we as an industry can provide.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate Deepji, Dr. Danish, and the entire team of thinking and creating something which was missing. In the same funnel, lot of dots were not connected together. Before we actually got into the room, I was having a discussion with some of you. I mean, I see a lot of old friends and people in the industry. I said, you know, your organization differs mainly on one thing, and I think we need to focus there. I wear a couple of hats. I work for a company which pays for my bills, and at the same time, I have some responsibility towards the hotel industry. I feel everybody is running after building more, growing more, and making money, which is important to stay afloat and grow, which is, there's nothing wrong in it. We are in the business, and we should be there, and we should have a profitable operation. I think the key is no industry can ever be successful or built on primarily buildings and brands. I would say 90% of them took care of the people. We paid. I'm not talking about only my company, everybody's company. They paid for excise bills when bars were closed. Nobody actually gave importance to things what is needed to survive, sustain, revive, and grow. That should be one part. The second part, I think, is how do we contribute to our economy and how do we convince our state governments tourism still is a state subject. And most of you must be aware, we used to have at one time tourism marketing budget of over 300 crores for Government of India, which was reduced to 30 crores. And can you tell me how much is it now? It's just 3 crores. So I think drawing a balance between what we want in terms of inbound and outbound, all these organizations must have a focused priority list of what they ask. We should not go with our laundry lists to the government. What we need to do is, if there are 6 priorities, those priorities should be common to everybody. We'll take care of unemployment. We'll take care of our contribution to GDP. And we are an industry, I call it the happiness industry. We are there to make people happy. I mean, those days are gone when we were considered as an elite industry. And unfortunately, I mean, no offense to Bollywood, if you go back 30, 40 years back, when they depicted somebody as a general manager, he was either a mafia king or a don, that was the kind of perception we had those days. But today, we have professionals who are taking care of our guests, taking care of our stakeholders, investors, our people. So we have to collectively work to deliver to all our stakeholders. And I think our challenges are that whatever is our intent, we should be able to execute that. That's all.
Travel makes you wiser. I've been to 46 countries. I'm very proud that I have been able to travel professionally and personally. I think this war has been very detrimental for the industry as a whole. Uh, Let me just talk about Middle East first before I talk about India, because the industry is absolutely wiped out there. You see Dubai as a safest destination due to this war. Situation is very bad. I interview a lot of people who have come back from Middle East these days who are looking for job. So situation there is extremely bad. In our country, we are still bullish. Let me tell you very, very honestly, I can talk about this AeroCity market, which is the only hospitality district in the country. There is no other hospitality district so far in this country. And we are very proud that we have a hotel here and we operate here. It's a very professionally organized sector, supported by GMR obviously. See, the cost of doing business is the biggest challenge at this juncture when everything rotates around oil. So, you know, our economy moves in trucks. So, I strongly feel that if this war is not controlled, we will see. I'm a very positive person, but I'm telling you with a lot of conviction that there will be a lot of repercussions, negative repercussions. It is already happening. The PNG was 62 rupees earlier, now almost about 82, 84 rupees at this moment in AeroCity now. The cost of doing business is increasing. Your groceries, everything is being affected at this juncture. Overall, there are three major costs in the hotel. You all are hotelier. Payroll is number one. Number two is the heat, light, power. And number three is the food cost or the grocery or cost of operations of the hotel. I can tell you with a lot of confidence and a lot of conviction that the coming days, if this matter is not resolved, is not going to be great for us. Because if the cost of doing business is increasing, the owners, ultimately they invest their money, they are the investors. Their returns will get hit. So the other challenges which we have at this juncture is the qualified manpower in the industry. You ask about this, that we have opportunities. I was talking in a forum, internal forum of Pride. I said, forget about becoming the HODs. You will all become GMs. So these are the opportunities. Mr. Mathur has already briefed that what kind of opportunities we have. We have immense opportunities. This industry is such and going at such a pace. The biggest, and Mr. Kachru is the testimony to that. I think he's the father of Radisson Group of Hotel in this country, and the kind of, the way he has, shown us the light from the beginning. I mean, let me tell you one thing very clearly, and I'm also into development now for many years. I've worked for 37.5 years. Why Radisson was able to sign many, many hotels is that the other international brands were not able to understand the sentiments of Indian owners. Indian investor and owners behave in a very different way. Am I right, sir? So, this is the way Mr. Kachru understood the pulse, the way he went about handling the owners. They are still big fan of Mr. Kachru. There is so much of admiration. Why I am telling you all this is that we have to understand the sentiment of the owners and the investors. If the cost of doing business will increase, the investors' interest will hit. I hope it doesn't happen. But this is the way it is, that cost of doing business is the biggest challenge. More so in AeroCity, we have to buy water from GMR. We have to take the internet also from GMR. And, cost of doing business is very high in AeroCity. So, I hope it doesn't happen. We remain stable in terms of our cost. But you all know the money is going from your pockets. Everything is getting expensive now due to this war. I hope the wisdom prevails in the West and here as well.
Challenge which I see is only a discipline of investment, I will say. Earlier there were some family businesses like the Pride Group. Mr. Jain thought about creating a hotel company. They start buying the hotels. And also asset management companies are buying hotel. I think that there's a new era is coming of consolidation, which is beautiful, I will say. Beautiful for both the operators, beautiful for the investors. And because it is not centralized to families, it is further helping the families to grow more. The only thing is, which I say challenge is a matter of understanding. Moving from in hotel investment as a emotional to rational. I think that's the only challenge I see, which is not a big thing. It's a mindset change, which is going to evolve it. As Mr. Kashu just mentioned, that there's a lot of opportunity to grow more hotels. Says the market is quite ready for that. Once we all change the mindset and we start investing in the hotel in a rational fashion, it is going to help us out.
Game happens because of that Eurocity came up because there was shortage of rooms at that time. Now Indian government did something in 2005 and
I can only reiterate what I have said earlier, is that we need to be conscious of our responsibilities towards all our stakeholders, whether it's the guest, it's the investor, and the people who work for this. You know, we have to take care, and this association must be credited to understand that they actually felt the nerve. People who give their lives, who have actually contributed 24/7. Today people talk about work-life balance. I think one of the professionals here indicated about the number of hours our people put in and what is in for them. And some of our youth is talking about work-life balance. So I joke with them at times, you know, if there is no work, you will not have any balance. So I think given all that, we need to take care of our people. I think you would do yourselves, your organization, a lot of favor if you take care of the people who are around you. We have people who have worked for 30, 40 years in the industry. Please also take care of when they are away from the industry. What's happening to them? This is one industry where the structure of post leaving your job or doing something else, there is no great sense of security. Organizations like these have to work together to see what can we do for those people. Not only for our investors and guests, I think people come first. They will make things happen. If they contribute, you will get every stakeholder satisfied. I'm privileged to have been invited, and thank you all here on the panel. I think even I got a lot of inputs. I also took the privilege of sharing with you what I know, because I serve on few committees. And having worked in the government in the past, probably they have done me a favor by getting me onto those committees. I feel we are moving very rapidly, and so is the infrastructure. And I think we need to work together to make things happen. As long as we are together, you will see good results, and we have to help each other in achieving that. Thank you very much. Thank you for organizing.
शांति और सद्भाव की खोज में आचार्य डॉक्टर लोकेश मुनि प्रेरणा के प्रतीक बनकर उभरे हैं। लगभग 4 दशकों से उन्होंने राष्ट्रीय चरित्र को बढ़ावा देने, मानवीय मूल्यों को स्थापित करने और अहिंसा और आपसी सहयोग की वकालत करने के लिए खुद को समर्पित कर दिया है। 1961 में पचपदरा शहर में जन्मे उन्होंने जैन धर्म, बौद्ध धर्म, वेदांत और विभिन्न शिक्षाओं में गहराई से प्रवेश किया और इस दौरान कई भाषाओं में पारंगत भी हुए। उनकी यात्रा ने उन्हें भारत के 20,000 किलोमीटर तक पैदल यात्रा कराई, जिसमें उन्होंने पर्यावरण चेतना को बढ़ावा देते हुए कन्या, भ्रूण हत्या और नशीली दवाओं की लत जैसी सामाजिक बुराइयों का मुकाबला किया, जिसमें संयुक्त राष्ट्र और लंदन संसद में संबोधन भी शामिल है।
Opportunity and challenges in tourism industry. हमारी टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री ने पिछले कुछ वर्षों में जब से कोविड पेंडेमिक आया काफ़ी सफ़र किया और इस समय भारत सौभाग्यशाली है। जो सफ़र अन्य देश कर रहे हैं युद्ध के कारण से, आज यूएई और दुबई और आसपास के इलाकों को देखें तो आज भी वहाँ पर बहुत ही चुनौतीपूर्ण समय चल रहा है। मैं अभी विद्वान वक्ताओं को सुन रहा था। हमारी इस दुनिया में अपॉर्चुनिटी भी हमें पैदा करनी होती है, ऐसा वक्ताओं के द्वारा कहा गया और ये सच है। यूएसए में 72 सेंटर है हमारे और प्रति 2 वर्ष में हम एक अधिवेशन करते हैं जब पूरे अमेरिका से, कनाडा से लोग मिलकर के, तो हम सबसे पहले ये ढूंढते हैं कि ऐसी फैसिलिटी हमें कहाँ मिले कि एक ही जगह 5, 6, 7 हज़ार लोग आकर के साथ में रह भी सके और कन्वेंशन सेंटर भी सुलभ हो। मैं आपसे कहना चाहूँगा, वर्ल्ड रिलीजन ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, जिसको स्वामी विवेकानंद जी ने 1893 में शिकागो में संबोधित किया था, आज भी वो पार्लियामेंट बहुत ही उत्सुक है इंडिया में कार्यक्रम आयोजित करने के लिए। पर चुनौती ये है कि लगभग 10,000 लोग रजिस्टर्ड करके आते हैं, 5 दिन ठहरते हैं मिनिमम, और उसमें से 80% गोरे होते हैं। उन्होंने मुझे भी अनेक बार कहा, चूंकि पिछले वर्ष भी शिकागो में मैं ओपनिंग सेशन का स्पीकर था, 2015 में भी, जैसे आपने देखा सॉल्ट लेक सिटी में भी। हर बार जब भी जाता हूँ वो एक ही कहते हैं कि मुझे भारत में ऐसी जगह हमें दिलाइए कि जहाँ पर हम 10,000 लोगों को एक साथ 5 दिन रख करके, और ऐसा कन्वेंशन सेंटर, क्योंकि उस समय लगभग 50 अलग अलग पैनल डिस्कशन के कार्यक्रम भी चलते हैं, वो भी उनको सारा एटमॉस्फेयर चाहिए। तो जैसा मंच से विद्वान वक्ता कह रहे थे कि हम वो पहले जो आवश्यकता है उसकी आपूर्ति के संसाधन उपलब्ध करें। तो मैं आपके सामने ये अपॉर्चुनिटी पेश कर रहा हूँ। अगर आप मुझे ला करके ऐसा कोई रोड मैप दे सके, तो बल्कि मैं उनको अभी तक जवाब नहीं दे पाया हूँ, मैं भी ढूंढ रहा हूँ, तो आप और हम मिल करके, मैं इतना ही कहूँगा, ये इंडस्ट्री ने भारत का नाम बहुत रोशन किया है और मैं जानता हूँ कि ये कितना कठिन होता है। बात सरल बलिदान कठिन है, पतन सहज उत्थान कठिन है। बात सरल बलिदान कठिन है, पतन सहज उत्थान कठिन है। गाता है खंडर का हर पत्थर, ध्वंस सरल निर्माण कठिन है। तो आइए बंधुओं, हम सब निर्माण में लगे, सृजन में लगे, उत्थान में लगे।
Hello and welcome to MSTV. Today we were at AHPWI conference and a guest is here with us. He is Anupam Bora. Sir, how was the conference? Kindly brief about it.
Well, it was a very informative conference, and the presence of Mr. K.B. Kachru himself makes the event, quite informative, because he's been a veteran of the industry. He's been here for the last, I think, 45 years, and he's seen every aspect of the industry from the time it started. So when we started in the hospitality sector, there were only four or 5-star hotels in the city. I remember there used to be the Oberoi's, there used to be the Taj, there used to be the ITC, there used to be Taj Palace, and there used to be the Hyatt Hotel. Today that industry has grown to, I think, almost 20-25 5-star hotels in the city, and the whole AeroCity sector is also there. But still, the number of hotel rooms in the city is far woefully short. What should actually be the number. So as some people were pointing out, in the city of New York alone, there are more hotel rooms than there are present in the entire country in India. And this is the reason also, I think, why we are not, progressing very well in the number of tourist arrivals. So last year we had about 20 million people coming in from abroad to India. Compare that to the number, say, with Spain. Spain had about 80 million, France had about 100 million, Italy had about 90 million people coming in. So this is the area where we can grow a lot, and as tourism grows, it will give more foreign exchange to the country. It will create more jobs, and it is not only the hotel jobs that are generated. So along with the hotels, you have a lot of ancillary sectors. You have tourism, you have handicrafts, you have the taxi operators, airlines. Everybody grows. So we should take this sector very seriously. And there are some inherent shortcomings in the policy. We are trying to work with the government on improving and changing those policies. And let's hope for the best.
So how these kind of conferences going to cater the problems, the challenges in the industry?
Well, they create the awareness. People become more aware with the problem. And the first thing is you have to identify the problem and you also have to propose a solution. So once you have the problem identified and you have the solution there, so then the consensus has to be built up. All the industry stakeholders, the government, industry bodies, hotels, staff, everybody gets together. And that is the way we proceed forward.
Hello and welcome to Radio Noida. Today we have a very special guest with us. Sir, we welcome you at Radio Noida.
Very kind. Thank you so much. Great pleasure to be here.
Sir, first of all, I would like to ask about today's event. What would you say on that?
Very well attended. Signals the faith that people have, the confidence that they have in the association's activities as far as people in the hospitality industry are concerned. मैं खुद भी, even in my own address, I said that I'm part of AHPWI because as an industry person over long years, I have also experienced the importance. We are a people business, you see. This industry is what we call ourselves the people business. So the maximum importance that we have to give is to the people who work with us. And I think if we take care of them, then the customer is also happy and everything else falls into place. And the other second part is that in today's environment, work and business environment, where people are fearing job loss, here is an industry that is experiencing a shortage of trained people. We have a very dire need of trained manpower, trained people, committed people with the right kind of an attitude, with the right kind of presentability to work with us in this industry, because the opportunities are just immense. The opportunities in the next several years, and I'm not talking about the 50 and 100 years, अगले 5 साल के लिए, for the next 10 years, the growth is assured. And as a result, career growth is also assured. The same people are the ones who have to rise into leadership roles. So I feel that, we are doing this event at the right time, with the right message, and I hope it reaches the right people.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving your valuable time to us. Thank you so much.
देखिए, ये टूरिज्म और हॉस्पिटैलिटी को डेवलपमेंट करने के लिए हमने प्रोग्राम रखा था। दुर्भाग्य है कि आज हमारी मुख्यमंत्री रेखा गुप्ता जी इस प्रोग्राम में ना आ सकी, जबकि उन्होंने हमें प्रॉमिस किया था हम आएंगी। मगर फिर भी प्रोग्राम बहुत अच्छा रहा। हमने अलग अलग विषयों पर मंथन किया है, किस प्रकार से महिला सेफ्टी सिक्योरिटी के ऊपर हम काम करें, किस प्रकार से हम इंडस्ट्री को आगे बढ़ाएं। तो प्रोग्राम बहुत अच्छा रहा और बहुत सारे गेस्ट स्पीकर्स भी इस पे आए हैं। तो ओवरऑल बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम रहा।
तो आपको क्या लगता है, ऐसी जो प्रोग्राम्स होती हैं, मीटिंग्स, कॉन्फ्रेंसेस जो किए जाते हैं, वो जो इंडस्ट्रीज में पहले से प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, चैलेंजेस हैं, उनको ये कैसे हेल्प करती है, कैसे ओवरकम करने में हेल्प करेगी?
जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल थोड़े देर के लिए हम वुमेन सेफ्टी के ऊपर बात करते हैं, तो वुमेन सेफ्टी के ऊपर हम अलग अलग कमेटीज़ का निर्माण करते हैं। हम उन वुमेन्स को ब्रीफ करते हैं कि जो आपकी समस्याएं हैं, जो आपको जिस प्रकार से हैरेसमेंट हो रहा है, उसको आप हमसे डिस्कस करिए और कोई ना कुछ उसके सलूशन देते हैं। ज़रूरत पड़ती है तो हम कोई ना कोई एक्शन भी लेते हैं। इवन हम ऐसे केसेस में उन एम्प्लॉयज़ और ऑफिसर को टर्मिनेट भी कर देते हैं। जी,
तो ये एक बहुत ही मैं ये कहूँगी कि अच्छी इनिशिएटिव है, क्योंकि किसी भी इंडस्ट्री में वुमेन सेफ्टी को लेकर काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम्स रहती हैं। तो आप इस मीटिंग के बाद, इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के बाद आपकी क्या उम्मीदें हैं?
देखिए, हमारी जो सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज वो होता है कि देखिए, साफ़ सुथरा खाना और अच्छे टॉयलेट। जब मैं टॉयलेट की बात करता हूँ तो मैं अच्छे टॉयलेट महिलाओं के लिए बात करता हूँ, क्योंकि अगर हम ट्रैवल करते हैं, आजकल आप देखिए कार से ट्रैवलिंग बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, तो ऐसे में हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि अच्छे टॉयलेट स्पेशली फॉर फीमेल्स के लिए होने चाहिए, खाना साफ़ सुथरा होना चाहिए, हाइजीन मेंटेन होना चाहिए, और वुमेन सुरक्षा मेरा एक बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा है। तो ये मेरे लिए एक बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़ है, जिस पे मैंने पीएमओ को भी लिखा, टूरिज्म मिनिस्टर को भी लिखा, और कहीं ना कहीं पीएमओ ने मेरी इस बात को माना है और इम्प्लीमेंट किया है इन चीज़ों को, वुमेन सेफ्टी और उसके ऊपर किया है।
Namaskar, my name is Mohammed Shoaib and I am the Vice President Northern Region for Pride Hotels Group, and I am also heading the Pride Plaza New Delhi Aerocity. AHPWI meeting for the North India chapter concluded today. This function is graced by the industry stalwarts. There was a panel discussion, lamp lighting ceremony, and there was a very engaging discussion about the opportunities and challenges in the hospitality industry, and very well explained by the industry leaders as to what are the current challenges and the opportunities which our beautiful hospitality industry face. So overall, it was a great event, and I would like to thank Mr. Pradeep Chandel, who is the convener, who is the managing director for the APSWI.
Sir, what do you think, like these conferences and these meetings, these kinds of meetings where we talk about the challenges and the problems of industry, how these things tackle the real life problems and how they do whatever the purpose they are talking about?
See, every industry has its own challenges and benefits. Uh, these kind of meetings enlighten us with the knowledge, and for sure, the voices of the industry who have spent whole life in the hospitality industry. It matters what they talk, and because they have wealth of experience for more than 3 decades. So I think enhancement of knowledge and evolving is very, very important in any industry. I think these kind of forums help us evolve, help us learn, and help us execute certain best practices. So which is great thing to happen.
Thank you so much, sir.
Most welcome.
My name is Professor Dr. O.P. Mendirata. It has been a wonderful beginning, and I'm sure, like few people were there, about say 100 or more. I would say the Sikhism was started with 5 Panch Pyaras. Today where they are. French Revolution was started with 7 people. Where they are. And together we stand. I'm sure the deliberation, if taken forward, would do wonders for the industry. And the question answer sessions were very fruitful. We were very fortunate to have His Holiness Acharya sir. We were very fortunate to have Mr. K.B. Kachru sir, who has a wide range of experience from government to private sector to head of the associations and whatnot. Very few words, and it has been a good beginning. I'm glad the hotel professionals were there, but I still feel the more people are required to come.
So, how you think these kind of conferences going to cater the problems, the challenges of the industry?
Madam, the challenges are there. At the moment, challenges are there. And challenges are there when Indigo fiasco was there. Challenges were there when the rise in prices of airlines. Challenges were there when the Gulf War started. And we have to look for an opportunity. We don't have to sit idle, but we need to find a solution. If today you are not getting mutton, you should think about chicken. If one vegetable is expensive, you go for the second one. So we need to find, like Prime Minister has said, Dekho Apna Desh. So we have to more focus on weddings. We have to more focus on conferences. We have to more focus on other avenues of trade exhibitions and other things. There is still plenty of scope.
आज का इवेंट बहुत अच्छा रहा। सबसे बड़ी बात है कि हमारे हिज होलीनेस लोकेश मुनि जी आ गए और जिन्होंने हमें अपना आशीर्वाद दिया। रेखा गुप्ता जी ने भी हमें आशीर्वाद दिया, पर वो किसी कारणवश आ ना सकी। हमने बड़ा अच्छा मंथन किया महिलाओं की सेफ्टी के ऊपर, उनके लिए जो हम जाते हैं घूमने, स्पेशली उनके लिए टॉयलेट्स है, हाइजीन है, इसके ऊपर हमने बहुत सारे मंथन किए। और कहीं ना कहीं भारत सरकार और प्रधानमंत्री ने हमारे इन सुझावों को माना है और वो आगे ने हमें अश्योर किया है कि वुमेन सेफ्टी के ऊपर हम अच्छे से अच्छा काम करेंगे। और वुमेन सेफ्टी, हाइजीन, साफ सफाई, टूरिज्म को डेवलप करना, ये हमारी पहली प्राथमिकता है।
थैंक यू सो मच सर, अपना कीमती समय हमें देने के लिए। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
A new chapter is coming on about employment of new generation coming on doing hotel management, taking care of them in good perspective, how to bring them and groom them like leaders, as these people were who were sitting in the panel discussions. I know few of them like Mr. Sanjay Kaushik. He's a nice chap. He's now left the hotel line and he has started his own venture. Then Mr. Pradeep Chandel, I know him very well. Mr. Kachru is a very famous personality. The highlights and the guidelines they have given will be very fruitful for hospitality industry, which I have noticed in this overall event in there.
So my name is Dinesh Kumar. I am Travel Agent Federation of India Chapter Chairman for North India. So today's event was organized by AHPWI, Association of Hospital and Women Industries. So the Pradeep ji and their team is working good for the industry. They are giving training and other helps to the new joinees who are coming in the industry. They are joining the hotel industry. They are providing them. The main objective of their is to the cleanliness in the kitchens, hotels, toilets, and the women's safety and these kind of. They are doing good in the things.
नहीं, आज के इवेंट तो बहुत अच्छा था. ऑफ कोर्स मैं ऑलमोस्ट सारे HPI के इवेंट में सिंस स्टार्टिंग. सो वी आल्सो डिजाइन इंडियाज फर्स्ट virtual award show back in COVID times. So of course I've been part of this HPI since a long time. So I've seen it from the very first beginning. So of course it was a huge success today even.
Okay. आज के इवेंट में आपके हिसाब से ऐसा सेंटर ऑफ अट्रैक्शन आप किसको मानेंगे?
Of course the center of attraction is the whole ecosystem. It's not a one person, neither the association, but how ecosystem is coming forward in order to address the issues related to hospitality and open. Of course senior hoteliers are here. They are not only contributing but open for new ideas, addressing the community and other maybe aspiring hoteliers in order to adapt, learn from them and interact with them, which is otherwise very difficult because दोनों side busy है. The senior hoteliers are busy in their work and of course जो aspiring hoteliers है, they are not able to get into front of them. So of course with these events it's a bridge between both kind of people.
Very true. Thank you so much sir for giving your valuable time to us. Thank you so much.